want you to feel me. And in doing that, if it's not coming from the right place, if it's not grounded in truth, in authenticity, in like actual desire of like wanting to be and do and be present, then it's useless. You're just burning yourself out for no reason, really. You know what I mean? So just being conscious of how I'm using my energy, why I'm using my energy, just being very conscious of like how I'm channeling and showing up in the world and for people that I want to show up for. I think that is very important.
And I want to reflect on what you're saying right now, because I remember being in my 20s and sharing this with one of my folks who's in their 20s. That's like, I spent the first 5 years of my 20s like pouring into people that like ended up not being around too much because of, like you said, me coming from a place that wasn't fulfilled, or like I felt like I was lacking and I needed them to feel good and all that. So it was like, then, you know, the second half of my 20s, I, you know, just started reframing and, you know, like you said, visualizing the version I wanted to actualize of myself, and like what was the healthy pattern of showing up for myself and other people, because I still want to rock with, you know what I mean? You know, and have interpersonal relationships, right? You can't just cut it all off and just isolate. So now that I'm in my next phase of my journey at 30, it's like, I'm now refining and deepening my relationships, and like you said, the values and the roots of my relationships, because I know that those are the ones I'm going to be sustaining for a long time. So that was a, you know, for anybody who's navigating that right now, because that's what's still growing about, is like these conversations where it's like, whether it's your job or your parent or something that has a big influence on you, and you know that that's not how you want to live the rest of your life, what changes, what sacrifices, what mindset shifts do you need to make in order to sustain where you like and what you want to become? That's important.
If I can add to that really quickly too, is I talk that through, because that's probably one of like the more challenging questions to really think about, because again, we're going through this journey, like we're making decisions on the spot. We're not always processing the decision that we're making on the spot. We're just like, all right, this is what I need to do, this is where I need to go, X, Y, Z. But I think when I really think about it, ultimately it comes down to me realizing I really need to ground myself in truth. Like the compliments, the criticisms, all these things are not necessarily truth. Truth is whatever it is that you claim. Like your truth, my truth, whatever, is whatever it is that you claim and you live through. So for me, my truth has always been love. It's always been love. It's always been, I want to show up, I want to make this person smile, I want to be present for this thing because I love people and I don't want to disappoint people. But also, more than anything, I always loved myself. Always loved myself. But I was the vessel, or I guess the mediums in which I was expressing self-love was through other people. You know what I mean? So grounding myself in, I love myself. How do I serve myself in ways that really feed and nurture me? How do I ground myself? How do I not come here and just be all in the air? How do I keep myself centered so that I can be fully present for an extended period of time? Like, how do I really allow myself to be present in this moment and with myself? More than like as a creative, is like my creative expression, I understand is seeing the world through my eyes and seeing myself see the world. Like being third person, like I'm not just this body, I'm this entity that's creating this experience. So like seeing myself, like how do I ground this body, and even spiritually, how do I ground myself within this body so that this body can live the best life that it wants to live? Like the desires that I have as a human is real, it's truth. Like this love that I have as a human is real, it's true. How do I serve that? You know what I mean? Like how do I serve that and be it? So my answer has been, I have to be grounded in that love. Just fully be in it. Cut away the bullcrap that doesn't really serve as much. Cut away the things that isn't necessary, the fluff, and really try to do the things that you can do to steer you back to the main thing, which is love. And I think that's is a true answer, is grounding myself in a deep sense of love and a deep sense of like self, and really being with that. You know what I mean? And I think that is like the full thing. It's like once I started thinking like that, it was like, all right. again, I'm still human. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm able to see things now. The action of like weeding things out, that's a whole different process. You know what I mean? Because habits have to be broken. Like quote unquote generational curses have to be broken. Like ties that you have to people and things have to be broken. Like these are processes. But keeping that at the front of my brain, this is my North Star. Like this is the direction I'm going. Is ground myself in as much of that as possible. It makes everything else easier to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It doesn't make it like easy. Hell no. Like even like whether you believe in the Bible or not, like Jesus, for example, he literally came from the Bible, came from source, knew he was here on a specific mission, and he still had those human experiences.
Yeah, he still had it right. You
can't escape that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you still within this human body, so it's like
he still had to be a carpenter for 30 years.
He still had to be a child, listen to his moms. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he still had to be fearful. He still had to be patient. He still had to do as much as he could do all of these freaking miracles and things. He had to slow it down. Like he had to still be here and human. So it's like I still gotta be human. But like reminding myself I'm greater than this human experience. Not in terms of like I'm greater than like humans and shit like that. But like the entity that I am is greater than this human experience. It's infinite. Like at least keeping that as a thought, as a seed, that like planting that seed is now what's developing the flower that I am, and at least the leaves that I have now. I think I have some flowers, but it's developing the leaves to be more bushy or more luscious and like it's developing me. You know what I mean? Like that seed is definitely developing me. So maybe it's considered like maybe a transition that might be a little bit smoother because obviously the planet's here. It doesn't look super great. I mean, from that end, it looks alright.
Yeah.
But you're sharing your take a seat, brother.
Yeah, it's recorded. Yeah.
Like so, you're sharing your gift of like community and like introspective like thought and like conversation. Like I really think that that's like a part of your gift, because obviously you're multifaceted. I think it's important that I also share my gift of like gardening and nurturing and like allow you to have that experience as well and give you the tools that I have, because this is what community is about. It's about sharing these resources, right? So like obviously we have this plant here, and I would like to walk you through the process of repotting this plant, and even before repotting this plant, the other things that you need to do prior to repotting.
Okay.
There's multiple steps, right?
Yeah.
So like even with an idea of like what are some things that you had to like cut away or like really like separate yourself from in order to move forward. You know what I mean? I think it's important that, especially when we're looking at plants, that we look at the plant in its fullness. Like right now, this plant looks great from that side.
Yeah.
But like when you turn it around, it's looking kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so oftentimes we show up as this.
For sure.
You dig what I'm saying?
For sure.